Hey guys, I just wanted to come on and let you know that I've got my first weekend selling things under my belt. It was kind of, I don't know. It wasn't epic. It's not like I sold everything. There's a lot of stuff that still needs to be sold, but I had customers. People came and they bought some stuff. I will say, so Friday I was getting ready to do, because I opened Friday at 9 o'clock in the morning. And I was getting ready to do a video at about 1 o'clock on, so nobody's coming, nobody's buying my stuff. And then I had to remind myself it's Friday. But so that's what I was doing. I was coming in here to plant cucumbers to get a head start on those for our garden and to do a video saying nobody's coming. And as I was getting ready to pull my camera out and make that video, a very sweet friend of mine came around the corner and she's like, "How's it going?" And I said, "It's crickets." There's nobody. And had she just shown up and just given me that smile and, you know, just supported me in that way, would have been enough. Like, that would have just made my day. But she went on to buy several plants. She bought several flowers and herbs and tomatoes and peppers because she had an unfortunate incident with her seed starting this year. So she was looking for some plants also. And so yeah, that was my first sale. And that was a very sweet Friday. I had Chris's great uncle come on Thursday, and he bought some tomatoes and peppers. So that was actually my first sale. But on Friday, when I actually opened, my friend Rachel was my first sale, and that was pretty special. So then I had a few more friends come, and my dad's cousin came, and they bought several tomatoes. So I have made some sales. That feels good. I am getting rid of some things. That feels good. Let's see. I don't know. There's still so much here, and it's so time sensitive. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's something that I didn't think about before, was just like, when I planted for myself, when I was ready to plant it, I just planted. So I'm looking at things and I'm like, they need to be planted, that this should go out, you know? And I can't do that for everything. I do think that like our last frost date is usually around the middle of May, so around May 15th. And so I think probably after the 15th, things will pick up. People will be a little less shy about taking things to their house and then having to, you know, take care of them until they can plant. A friend of mine said, "I'm going to come next week because I don't want to be responsible for killing it before I plant it." So I think that's probably how a lot of people feel, like it's just one less thing that they have to worry about until it's time to put it in the ground. So hopefully things will pick up after that. I'm taking notes on all the receipts. I'm giving everyone a receipt that I'm keeping for myself and I'm giving to them so that I know exactly what I'm selling, so that I can go through and see what sold, what did well. I'm taking notes on what people are asking for, things that I just think like, ooh, annuals, I should do more annuals. So I was just making notes in the house about that. Like, I'd like to do geraniums, I'd like to do impatiens, I'd like to do more hanging baskets with different combinations in them. That's another thing that I went ahead and did. I've only sold 2 hanging baskets, and they have petunias in them, which in our small town, that is our flower, but I'm not selling petunias. So that's weird. That tells me that there's something wrong with my petunias, which I already knew, but I didn't go with my gut. So I've wanted to pinch the hanging baskets and my 6 packs of petunias for at least a week now. Like, I felt like they're just too tall. They're too tall. You know, people don't want tall petunias, even if they have flowers. Well, I was getting input from my family that, you know, no, leave them. They're getting flowers, you know, leave them. People want flowers. And I'm like, no, I feel like I need to pinch them. So after this weekend, that told me, no, they would rather have squattier, stouter plants with less flowers right now than tall, gangly looking ones, which I should have just, you know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to get better about listening to my gut and saying, no, I know what I'm doing. Don't get me wrong. I don't know everything. I'm not perfect at this by any means, but I've been growing things long enough, especially petunias, that like, no, I should pinch them. And I need to just stick with that. So I did. This morning I came out here. I watered everything really well because we had a beautiful rain all last night, all this morning. Let's see, it's like, I think it is 10:30. So it just quit raining. It's just like a little drizzle now. And so I don't know where I was going. Anyways, we made it through this weekend. I only sold 2 hanging baskets and 0 petunias. So that tells me there's something wrong with them. So I went through and I pinched everything. I pinched all the hanging baskets. I pinched, I think I got almost all of the 6-packs. I'll finish them later. But so yeah, I'm learning to trust my gut more and say, no, I know what I need to do. I know not what people want, but I know what I want when I'm looking for a hanging basket. I know what I want when I'm looking for flowers. So anyways, yeah, I gotta be better about that. I'm learning. My ranunculus were in here yesterday in the greenhouse, and we don't have the shade cloth on here, but yesterday I got 90, and my tomatoes were like in the high tunnel. So actually I had someone here, so he put the shade cloth on the high tunnel for me yesterday to give the tomatoes some relief, but I think I might have to do it on the greenhouse too, because I have sold ranunculus. I've sold, I think, 6 of them. There's still a lot left. And that is something that if it doesn't sell, I will gladly put in my yard because they need to get in the ground so bad. They need to be planted. I've sold some hollyhocks. I've sold some calendula. I have sold onions. I have sold, let's see, lots of tomatoes, lots of peppers. Some snapdragons, some Rebecca. So yeah, I am selling some things. But yeah, I'm trying to take notes. I'm trying to be really good about being intentional for next year so that I have a better idea what to do. Maybe not start sunflowers just because your daughter wanted them and because you got antsy because you wanted to plant something. Maybe don't start them, because these literally, they don't transplant well. So these are literally all just gonna be mine, I guess. They're gonna be Evelyn's. I'm just gonna put them somewhere, and she'll just be happy that they're here. So that's what we're doing there. So we were working on some projects for the house for the nursery also, because if you come up to our house, there's the garage and then there's like a breezeway that leads to our house. Well, I'm trying to think of how wide it is. It's like 10 feet or 13 feet, something like that. And there's always been temporary wood stairs there, even though temporary, we've been here for almost 7 years, but they worked and we didn't care. But it was just kind of muddy and rocky, and people almost, we have almost tripped on the rocks and stuff. So anyways, we concreted all that. We put concrete stairs in, and then we had to borrow a skid steer from a family member, and we brought in dirt and leveled everything out and fixed where we trenched in. I say we, but Chris, where he trenched in and all that stuff. So he fixed all that. I'm just always the rock person. I get to rake it out and pick up the rocks. And then he threw grass seed down. We put straw everywhere. So it looks like a hot mess, but it looks like an improving hot mess. So that's good. Something I was going to ask you guys, even though like those of you who are watching, we are up to 35 subscribers now, which is pretty cool. My daughter that helps me edit the video, she tells me every morning, Mom, we got a new subscriber, or, you know, still such and such. And so anyway, she thinks it's pretty exciting. And I do too. I mean, it's neat to think that people are wanting to watch. That's exciting. I thought that for a long time it would just be just like 6 of my friends. But so anyways, we I don't know, you guys, I keep losing my train of thought. I keep looking outside and thinking that I want to be out there planting stuff, but it's so muddy and gross. Oh, voles. That's what I wanted to say. Have you guys dealt with voles at all in your raised beds? Because we have them this year. And I noticed during late winter that there were tunnels all over the place leading from raised bed to raised bed. And I had kind of said something, and Chris was like, okay. Well, then he went to plant a snail vine yesterday, and he was like, there's tunnels all over in here. And I'm like, yeah. Yes, there are. I'm like, I don't know what to do about it. So I looked up, and they are supposed to not like castor oil. And since I can get organic castor oil, like I don't want poison. I don't want something that is going to kill my vegetables. I don't want something that is going to be bad for maybe not my vegetables, but bad for us to eat. So I looked up, and it said that castor oil was good to prevent them or to make them clear out. So I don't know, maybe we'll try that. I'm going to run that by Chris tonight and see what he thinks. Because yeah, they're going to decimate everything. They already ate an entire bed of tulips, which I was not very happy about because it was supposed to be pretty beautiful this spring, but there was only 3. And they didn't even bloom. Like it was just one leaf, part of a leaf, and one that tried to come up and just didn't do anything. So, voles. I don't know what to do with that, but we're gonna try something. We'll figure it out. You guys let me know if there's anything that you've used for voles that's worked, that isn't harmful or nasty. I don't like that. So yeah, I don't know. It's been an interesting weekend. I have learned that this is not only a sprint, but it's a marathon too. Like I kept thinking it's a marathon because of longevity. Like I want to be able to do this for a long time, but it's also a sprint because it is time sensitive. Like these things can't sit in here forever. They just can't. So I'm learning patience, but also like, hurry up, hurry up. I want it to look good. I want it to be good for people. So if not, my yard is going to be phenomenal. So I am going to take some hollyhocks out maybe tomorrow and plant because I want some for my own personal use. They're the double majorette champagnes. I'm so excited to see those. So yeah, if you guys found this video enjoyable at all, or you just want to help me out, give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment, especially if you know anything about voles and what to do with them. This is our 7th year up here in the garden, and I mean, I've seen little mice once in a while or whatever, but this is like huge tunnels all over. So If you know anything about them, if you have a good way to get rid of them, let me know. And consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye.